Damn, new chancletas for the new year? Ooh, damn, homie. Oh my goodness. Oh, I learned that from my mom. Look at this. Green chancleta, green tree python. Ooh, we got different types of Crocs up in here. On fleek. What's up, lords and ladies? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So in today's video, I decided to stay at home and do a reptile video on a reptile that has been highly requested in the comments down below. Now, I always highlight, my bearded dragon BB, which she's actually pretty angry right now. What's wrong, BB? Oh my goodness. But I always highlight my bearded dragons BB, Xena, my snakes, even my green tree python, my Savannah monitor. I always highlight them, and there's always one reptile that you guys always like, how come you don't make a video on this? In today's video, I decided to highlight my crested geckos. Now this right here is my crested gecko. This is her enclosure. It's right here. It's a picture frame. It's a pretty good enclosure. But this girl right here, she has been with me for about a year and a half. What happens sometimes is that she is sleeping during the day and I don't like bugging her, and at nighttime she comes out to eat. That's pretty much her life right there. And I'm telling you, she has a pretty good life. Now today, I actually decided to build an enclosure, but not for my Savannah monitor or my, crested gecko Khaleesi, because her picture frame, it's picture frame perfect. Now you guys probably think I'm joking, but I'm actually joking. This right here is actually her enclosure. As you can see, it has, water dish, has a lot of places for her to hide. It has, eco earth for humidity. So it's a pretty good enclosure for one crested gecko. But that's the thing. My goodness, did she really jump? Where'd she go? My goodness, Khaleesi, can you calm down? I'm trying to talk to the audience. Go back into your enclosure. This right here is perfectly fine for one crested gecko. But that's the thing. I don't just have Khaleesi. Oh no. I also have
Let's get
Versace.
This
Pops music.
Ooh!
There you go, hey. There you go, hey. There you go, hey. There you go, hey. There you go, the hey with that cake, the bacon, the cake, the buffet, the great. There you go, the hey with that cake, the bacon, the cake, the buffet, the great.
What the hell was that? Now, Versace is actually a new crested gecko that I just picked up, and I decided to build him an enclosure with things that I found on Kijiji and on Craigslist. Which, Kijiji is basically Craigslist, but for Canadians, because we Canadian up in here, homie. But yeah, I decided to give him a new home with things that I built, things that I found on Kijiji and on Craigslist. So, without further ado, let's get on with this build. Let's go.
Hey, come on, yeah. I don't want the fame, cause I don't want the fame. A two-step with me, come on. Two-step with me, come on. Do what you tell me. Actually, 1, 2, 3, talk to me. Man, I come to this game and to change your brain. Man, I come to the game and to change the game. On the road to riches, trying to make some change. On the road to riches, never change for fame. I want a normal life, I want a normal life. I want a normal girl, I want a normal wife. I don't care about the bling or the flashy life, because money ain't a thing if you ain't rapping right. Hey, every day, man, I hear the same songs. You ever heard the same songs when I turn on the radio? And these days, man, I swear down, fam, man, I turn off the shit cause I don't feel the radio.
Okay, so as you can see, I got this enclosure over here that I'm actually going to use to build this crested gecko enclosure. Now, the different types of things that I picked up for this build are right on this desk. As you can see, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, and more onto when I'm building the enclosure. I am going to show you guys more in detail on why I need these types of things. But this right here is the enclosure I'm going to be using. As you can see, it's a 10-gallon enclosure that, believe it or not, I got Penelope in for free. And all I'm going to be doing is, instead of throwing it away, I'm actually going to use this to build a crested gecko enclosure. So Let me show you exactly how. Okay, so the things that I picked up on Kijiji to build this crested gecko enclosure are these plants, this background, a ledge, this crested gecko food and water dish, a piece of plexiglass, some eco earth, and a 10-gallon enclosure. Now you guys could customize your crested gecko enclosure to any way that you like, but this is exactly what I'm gonna be using. Now, believe it or not, everything that is on this desk was for free, except for, you know, this tablet right here and this plant over here and, you know, these light bulbs, because those things are actually, you know, I actually bought. But everything that is reptile related actually was for free, and I actually got it on Kijiji. You know, it's slightly used, but I washed it, I boiled it, you know, I make sure that there's nothing that could contaminate my reptiles on this. And this thing was actually a background that I cut out to the measurement that I need, that I also got for free, and a whole bunch of accessories that I picked up on Kijiji. And really, you know, oftentimes I get asked, you know, where could I get certain things? Where could I get that? Sometimes you could just go on this site, right? And you could just type in reptiles and a whole bunch of different things will pop up. Like for instance, there's this, you know, snake tank for $30. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. And this is not even an advertisement. I should be getting paid for this, but I'm not. So this is exactly how I'm gonna build this enclosure. As you can see, this thing was actually Penelope's old enclosure, which I moved her up here to a nice, you know, 40-gallon tank. And I'm gonna be using her enclosure to build the crested geckos enclosure. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, don't crested geckos need height? Okay, watch this. This right here is this is gonna blow your mind right here. Look at this, watch this. Oh my goodness, ready for this? Woo, woo, woo. Oh, damn, are you serious? Oh my goodness, whoa. This right here is revolutionary. Oh my, can I get an amen in the comments down below, please? No, but on a serious note, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I am gonna put it upright instead of lying it flat. Bing! Now what I decided to do for this enclosure was actually get something called plexiglass. As you can see, this right here looks like glass, but it's not. It's like a really, really hard piece of plastic. And I'm gonna set this like right about here. Now look at this. Oh my goodness. This tank is already taking up shape. Look at this. Tell me this isn't genius. You know, to be honest, all I really did was just copy this enclosure. As you can see, if you really look at it, all it is just glass, and this thing at the front, and it holds the eco earth. So basically, I'm gonna do the exact same thing, but with this enclosure. Okay, so I am gonna tape up the plexiglass with some tape, and then I'm gonna use some silicone to seal the deal. That way no eco earth or water could, you know, escape or, you know, seep out and ruin everything that is in my room. So what I am gonna do is exactly that, and I am gonna leave it to dry for about 24 hours. That way, you know, the silicone is completely dry and I could actually move everything and build the enclosure nicely. So let's go.
Again, this couldn't happen again. This is the thrill divine. What's more, this never happened before. What matters deep?
Zoom. Okay, so I just finished putting a whole bunch of silicone right along the edge of this enclosure. That way I could put some eco earth and none of them would come out. Now, this is gonna allow me to also use this screen lid to close it and give it some good, you know, ventilation, but also keep the crested gecko inside, because what service would it do if you left this open? The crested gecko would just escape and go all over the place. So what I'm gonna do is actually use the screen lid just as if it was, you know, facing the other way around, and just slide it right on top. Except this is gonna allow me to put EcoEarth right there. So, am I a genius or am I a genius? You're a genius, my friend. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this for about 24 hours. So see you guys in a bit.
Day 2.
Okay, it's the next day. Now, as you can see, this enclosure has completely dried up, and I'll be able to take off this, you know, all these pieces of tape that have been holding this thing up nice and steady, and basically put everything that my crested gecko needs and make him a beautiful little tiny home. And I'm actually pretty excited and actually pretty thrilled on how this actually turned out, because this is not too bad, especially the fact that it's free. I don't think you could go wrong. Okay, so I took off all the tape that was on this enclosure. Now, what I'm gonna probably do first is put this nice, look at this background. Do you believe that pet stores sell this for like $10? Now this is gonna go perfectly inside of this enclosure. Now if this doesn't look like, you know, those Exoterra enclosures, or even this one, then I don't know what will. Look at this. This actually looks like I bought it from a pet store. Little do you know that, you know, this was, you know, just a 10-gallon enclosure that was off to the side. Now, what I'm gonna probably do is put a couple of plants, like, you know, this one over here, probably put it in the corner. And you see, this is what I mean by it was free. It doesn't even come with the thing, but what I was thinking of doing was just stabbing it inside of the background, and hopefully that would hold. I think it would hold. Oh snap! Not too bad. Now this one came with the sticky, you know, the suction cup. So this one would be easy to just, you know, just put it right there. But the rest of it, look at this. Not too bad. Now another cool thing that I picked up was this like rock-looking ledge, which I usually just put it here. And my crested geckos love it. This one I actually picked it up on Kijiji, but as you can see, my crested gecko is just over here, just chilling, you know. And some of them even come with a food dish and a water dish, but this one just came by itself. And then I got this one, which would be the food and the water dish, and I could just put these suction cups onto the glass and that would hold. All you really have to do is just get the magnet and just place it right on the glass. And that's actually pretty solid, damn. Who would have thought? And look at this is turning out pretty good. Not too bad, all of this was for free. So next would be the food and the water dish. Now crested geckos usually don't eat bugs as much as most other reptiles do. Obviously you could still feed them bugs, but they do really like this thing called Repashy, which is basically, you know, as you can see, superfood for crested geckos. It has all the nutrients that most crested geckos need. It comes in this powder looking form that you could just make it into a paste. Just put like that much of, you know, Repashy onto that little tiny cup, and you make it into a paste, and they will just lick it. And it, to be honest, this one I think smells like mangoes. Yep, it smells like mangoes. And my crested geckos go crazy for this kind. There's different ones like strawberries, and I think there's even kiwi and just different types of flavor. But basically you just put some, make it into a paste, put it in there, and your crested gecko would just, you know, fall in love with it. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna get this thing that holds up the food and the water dish, and I'm just gonna stick it right about there. And that is gonna allow me to put, you know, the food and the water dish right on top, and the crested gecko would be able to just easily get access to it. Could be hiding back here and would easily just climb over here, eat its food, and then go back hiding. So this actually came in handy, and I'm pretty sure at the pet stores or at the reptile stores they're not that expensive, but to get it for free and to get it to match my enclosure, damn, just comes here, jumps up here, goes back there, hides up here, comes here, comes down there, goes down there. Oh, this right here is obviously a masterpiece. Okay, so I got my Eco Earth, and all I'm gonna do is just dump some in here, and as you can see, it is nice and moist, which is gonna help the crested gecko shed, and it's just gonna give the crested gecko, you know, some moisture in here, which is really gonna help with his overall health. I think I'm just about done. Oh, snap! Do you not see this masterpiece? I added the Eco Earth, and that made it just come to life. Add the background, the sledge, these two, you know, food and water dish, these plants. Oh my goodness, I think Versace is gonna love this. Now, so my crested gecko doesn't escape. I'm just gonna add this, you know, screen lid, which was the screen top, and look at this. This is sealed, signed, and delivered. Now I'm gonna introduce, you know, my crested gecko onto its new home, and I think he's gonna actually like it. It's gonna take him a bit for him to get used to it and, you know, start eating, but I gotta say, it turned out pretty cool. Okay, come on, little guy. Come on, Versace. You know, welcome home. Come on, buddy. I don't think he wants to go in. Oh. Ooh. Oh, snap. I think he likes it. I think he likes it. I think he honestly likes it. Oh, snap. He's already using the background and everything. Now, hold on. There's one more thing that I wanted to add onto this enclosure, and that would be this tree right here, because it looks really good. I think this thing would bring it to life and everything. Look at this. Oh. Ooh. Oh, snap. Not too bad. If this doesn't look like a good enclosure, because, you know, everything in here was basically, you know, gonna be thrown away, and I just put it all together. I found some things on Kijiji, and I actually like how the thing came out. Because look, I can just, you know, close the screen lid, and the crested gecko won't escape, Eco Earth won't escape, and I could just go in here. Hello, here's your food, here's everything. Close it up. It's pretty sealed all the way through, and it doesn't look bad. Now, I decided to make space and actually put it right over here. Now, it's nice and dark in here, and it's nice and cool, and the thing is that I added that light up there just for display purposes only, and look at this. Oh! I basically converted this, you know, closet into like a reptile, you know, just paradise. I swear, there's like reptiles all over it. So I'm gonna place it up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, this video of me showing you guys my crested gecko. If you guys did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, because, you know, we be making enclosures for reptiles and showing you guys how to do it. You know, if you guys want to see a more in detail on how to care for crested geckos, I could do a video on that too. But for now, I'm just gonna show you guys this enclosure and how I built it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, you know what to do. I'm Lord the Lion. Keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
One drink, two drinks, bottoms up, don't think. I just wanna lose myself.